Now to our major story of the day. 19 days from now, the people of Osun State will be electing a new governor. The people would want the votes to count. The electoral umpire would want to improve on its last outing. What are the challenges? How ready is the electoral umpire to conduct a free and fair election? What are the important statistics you need to know? We'll break it all down for you. We have the benefit of having the resident electoral commissioner of Osun State, Mr. Olusegun Agbaje. He joins us from Abuja. So they will be telling us how prepared INEC is for this election. He will be the man in charge. And also we have an election observer, the national coordinator of election monitor, Mr. Abiodun Ajijola. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for your time on the program today. Let me begin with the rec tonight. How many political parties do we have? Because we understand a few days ago there are still some issues on certifying the number of parties and the candidates that will run in the Osun State governorship election.
Let me thank you for having me on this program this evening. We are going to have 48 parties for this election in Osun State come 22nd September this year. And this is the first time that the country, Nigeria, will having this large number of parties contesting for an election.
That's going to be interesting. So how are you going to cope? You are going to be the one facing the huge test, Mr. Agbaje. The ballot paper, I can imagine how it's going to look like. As INEC envisage what this means for you in terms of logistics, in terms of the ballot papers, and in terms of the conduct of the election.
Let me say that Osun State is still lucky in the sense that by next year, when we are going to talk about 91 political parties, it's going to be more serious. But for Osun State election, ballot papers will be okay. The arrangement of the parties will also be okay. And I believe that before the end of this week, we'll start educating our people on the position of the ballot paper, because the specimen ballot paper has just been forwarded to us, and we'll start educating our people, particularly the voters, on this issue from this before the end of this week.
Again, a major issue is going to be how many people are going to be eligible to vote on that day. How many people have you been able to register? Because I understand that about 411,000 permanent voter cards, according to the commission, is yet to be collected.
You are very correct. The total registered number for Osun State is 1,682,495. 1,682,495. Out of these, about 1,208,187 PVCs have been collected, standing at about 72.08% as at last night. But apparently, those that are yet to collect, we still have about 468,025. That's about 27.9%. And these, the ones for last year, that is the new PVCs of 2017 to 2018, we just have about 60,000 uncollected out of the 270,000 that were registered. But the old ones, we still have about 407,000 uncollected. The areas where we're still going to have, we may have some challenge in having people to collect them, because many of those who registered that time, many of them were students of tertiary institutions in Osun State that are passed out before the CVs arrived. Many also in various other like federal establishments, many of them have been transferred out. A few of the people that registered that time have died. And so many of these cards of the old regime might not be collected, but we are very much particular with the remaining 60,000 that we still have. We went to the ward level on Thursday last week for 4 days that ended last night, and we were able to make substantial impact. Before we went, we were just about 68% collection, and now we are on 72% plus. And we do hope before the election day, which is about 19 days from now, that we will still have about 2 to 3% more cards to be collected.
There are some other crucial questions I will be asking you in the course of the program. But let me bring the election observer. We are hearing from the umpire. Let's hear from the observer, Mr. Ajijola. What comes out to you in terms of how this election will pan out, considering the conduct of the Ekiti election, which was the last election INEC conducted in terms of governorship election now? What do you think will be critical for Osun State, for INEC in Osun State?
Good evening. Thank you for having me. Ekiti election is also in the southwest, or Ekiti State is also in the southwest, and Ekiti borders Osun. But one of the things we must look at is that they are very different geographical entities. While Ekiti has 16 local governments, Osun has 30. While Ekiti has 177 wards, Osun has 332 wards. Ekiti has 2,105 polling units, Osun has 3,010. Why I say this is for you to understand that the logistical implication is more significant than that of Osun Ekiti. So despite Ekiti had some successes in some of these areas, a lot of work and effort will need to be put into Osun to ensure that these additional issues will also, the successes we had logistically, we'll be able to repeat them, considering the fact that the terrain in Osun is a bit more, is a larger and a bit more challenging. Also, we look at the voters. You have heard it from the
Mr. Ajijola, let me pause it for a moment because we need to take this first break. But when we come back, Mr. Ajijola will be telling us more about the statistics, the data, and those information you need to know. Why INEC will have to do a lot of work in Osun State. That's going to be next on the program, everyone. Join us again.